Lecture 5. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, and frankincense, and myrrh. Gloss. This service of the star is followed by the rejoicing of the Magi, Remigius. And it was not enough to say they rejoiced, but they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. Pseudo Chrysostom. They rejoiced because their hopes were not falsified but confirmed, and because the toil of so great travel had not been undertaken in vain. Gloss. He rejoices indeed who rejoices on God's account, who is the true joy with great joy, he says, for they had great cause. Pseudo Chrysostom. By the mystery of this star they understood that the dignity of the king then born exceeded the measure of all worldly kings. Remigius. He adds greatly, showing that men rejoice more over what they have lost than over what they possess. Leo. Though in stature a babe, needing the aid of others, unable to speak, and different in nothing from other infants, yet such faithful witnesses, showing the unseen divine majesty which was in him, ought to have proved most certainly that was the eternal essence of the Son of God, that had taken upon him the true human nature. Pseudo Chrysostom. Mary his mother, not crowned with a diadem or laying on a golden couch, but with barely one garment, not for ornament but for covering, and that such as the wife of a carpenter, when abroad, might have. Had they therefore come to seek an earthly king, they would have been more confounded than rejoiced, deeming their pains thrown away. But now they looked for a heavenly king, so that though they saw naught of regal state, that star's witness sufficed them, and their eyes rejoiced to behold a despised boy. The Spirit showing him to their hearts in all his wonderful power, they fell down and worshipped, seeing the man they acknowledged the God. Rabanus. Joseph was absent by divine command, that no wrong suspicions might occur to the Gentiles. Gloss. In these offerings we observe their national customs, gold, frankincense, and various spices abounding among the Arabians, yet they intended there to signify something in mystery. Gregory. Gold as to a king, frankincense as a sacrifice to God, myrrh as an embalming the body of the dead. Augustine. Gold as paid to a mighty king, frankincense as offered to God, myrrh as to one who is to die for the sins of all. Pseudo Chrysostom. And though it were not then understood what these several gifts mystically signified, that is no difficulty, the same grace that instigated them to the deed ordained the whole. Remigius. And it is to be known that each did not offer a different gift, but each one the three kings, each one thus proclaiming the king, the God, and the man. Chrysostom. Let Marcion and Paul of Samosata then blush, who will not see what the Magi saw, those progenitors of the Church adoring God in the flesh, that he was truly in the flesh, the swaddling clothes, and the stall prove, yet that they worshipped him not as mere man, but as God, the gifts prove, which it was becoming to offer to a God. Let the Jews also be ashamed, seeing the Magi coming before them, and themselves not even earnest to tread in their path. Gregory. Something further may yet be meant here. Wisdom is typified by gold, as Solomon saith in the Proverbs, a treasure to be desired is in the mouth of the wise. By frankincense, which is burnt before God, the power of prayer is intended as in the Psalms, let my speech come before thee as incense, Psalm 141:2. In myrrh is figured mortification of the flesh. To a king at his birth we offer gold. If we shine in his sight with the light of wisdom, we offer frankincense. If we have power before God by the sweet savor of our prayers, we offer myrrh. When we mortify by abstinence the lusts of the flesh. Gloss. The three men who offer signify the nations who come from the three quarters of the earth. They open their treasures, i.e., manifest the faith of their hearts by confession, rightly in the house, teaching that we should not vaingloriously display the treasure of a good conscience. They bring three gifts, i.e., the faith in the Holy Trinity, or opening the stores of Scripture. They offer its threefold senses, historical, moral, and allegorical, or logic, physics, and ethics, making them all serve the faith.